She says the same thing as well.
Now,
yes.
you had some bitter experiences with your stepfather, is it?
My stepfather raped me continuously from the time I was 12 until the time I was 14.
Just what we didn't need to hear, his name and address. But he's not here to defend himself. We don't know that to be true or not.
It is absolutely true.
I don't know if he was convicted in the court of law.
No, because the statute of limitations only lasts 7 years,
okay.
although it will affect a woman for her entire life.
I agree with you. And that's a tragedy.
Yes, it is.
Are you reacting now to that experience?
I'm sure every woman who has experienced trauma like that reacts from that experience throughout her entire life with everything she does, because it affects your entire life. I think that had I not been through those horrible experiences, perhaps I would not be where I am today as far as my sexual attitude. But I think it is much healthier to be open about sex and feel as though sex is a normal, natural thing, that is no big deal how many people you've had sex with, because it's not giving something of yourself. It is something that has nothing to do with your body or your heart or your soul or your mind.
How many of these films have you made?
Actually shot probably about a dozen. The most I've ever made in 1 year is 4.
A tough question, but we started the show with your wife holding your beautiful 15-month-old son. How do you know that's your son?
Probably looks like me, first of all. I didn't
get pregnant till after 6 months after I had made my last movie, for one thing.
And we're totally monogamous outside of the business, mainly because
because you're worn out. That's what.
Well, yeah. Well,
we've got to take a break. We'll be right back.
A serial killer has New York City by the throat.
Every day it's another girl dead. It's getting so I don't want to get up in the morning.
But it's Nick Starkey's neck that's on the line.
he doesn't like Olson's office.
He said the light was no good.
You miss me?
They may not like his style
You're not drinking your espresso, Cabbie Can.
or his methods,
I don't work for you. You work for me.
but that's not his biggest problem. The January Man.
Basically, it's a maniac's job.
Rated R. Starts Friday. Check newspapers for a theater near you.
You don't think about it because you never expect it to happen. But an accident can happen to anyone, anywhere. That's why Science & Kirk now has offices to assist you throughout Maryland. So if the unexpected does happen, call Science & Kirk's free injury information hotline. Now across Maryland, when you have a phone, you have a lawyer. Science & Kirk.
When the sniffles come, and they always do,
you'll remember the Triaminic, they'll remember the love.
when they're coughing and sneezing and feeling blue,
You'll remember the Triaminic, they'll remember the love.
Triaminic cough and cold medicine, because you love your kids, because you trust your doctor. And children's doctors say Triaminic is their #1 choice.
You'll remember the Triaminic.
Come to our country for its contrast. Come for history.
And romance.
For tradition.
And romance.
Ceremony.
And romance.
Culture.
And yes, romance.
In our country, in all the harbors.
Porn stars, Centerfold girls, and their families. That's our focus today. Shirley Lee, tell me how you felt when she won the Miss Congeniality Award at the Miss Teenage Tennessee pageant.
Well, I was happy, and what was sort of funny, you know how mothers and children at that age have little differences that they say back and forth to each other. And so the day before the contest, she says, well, she said something, talking back, some little something. And I says, well, there's one thing for sure. You won't get Miss Congeniality. And she got it.
So you're real proud of her?
Yes, I'm proud of her.
Are you still proud of her?
I'm still proud of her.
She started, well, let me talk right. You started as a dancer, right? A nude dancer, is that the way it
as soon as I left school, all I had was money and business on my mind. So I continually was advancing, trying to find ways to make money. And it was very ironic.
I think your microphone fell off, did it? Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just... Excuse me. Watch carefully. All right, there. No, that was it.
I was continually looking for ways to make money. So I was making crafts. I was, as a matter of fact, I was at the 1984 World's Fair. I was the marketing director for sun visors, and I was marketing them there. And it was in New Orleans that I had first danced as an exhibitionist. It was very ironic. But then when I moved to Florida, that was what was on my mind. And I said, wow, I can make $500 to $1,000 a night. I like this. So I continued to do it, and then I became in Penthouse, and now I'm just
Slow
dancing.
down. As an erotic dancer, as a nude dancer, did you feel embarrassed?
Well, there's a matter of in the beginning how you wonder if your stomach's tucked in and things like that, but I was never actually embarrassed because I've always been an exhibitionist. I always was a show-off. I wanted to be right there in the middle of everything. So,
did you worry, though, about what Shirley Sue would feel?
Yes, I didn't tell her until a year and a half ago. I wasn't worried about what she would think mostly because she always told me, no matter what, honey, I'm your mother and I'll always be proud of you.
What was your reaction, Shirley Sue?
Well, I was very hurt at first. I was really upset about it. But she's 21 years old, and it's her life. And although I may not agree with what she does, doesn't mean that I don't love her. If she did something criminal, it would be different. You know, it's...
What about your friends and neighbors, though? Did they embarrass you? Were you embarrassed in front of them?
I guess it was different for my family. My grandfather was a Baptist minister. And so, I don't know. It's a lot of the friends. We have a lot of friends, and they have met, some have met Lisa. And, well, I mean, a lot of them know Lisa, but then, like, new friends that have come into my life, you know, like some Christian people, and they accept it. You know, they don't talk about her. They're nice to her, and they're still my friends. You know.
Well, she didn't cut any of the pages out either when she showed them the magazine.
So, like, here's your daughter.
Yes.
In the Centerfold in Penthouse.
Yes.
Do you look at these pictures?
Do I look at them? Yeah, I look at them once.
She looks at them and says, "I love the pictures, but I don't like some of the positions."
No, I'm not happy with it.
She goes, your face looks beautiful, though.
Well, how do you deal with that, Shirley Sue?
How do I deal with it?
Yeah.
Well, what does a mother do, you know? A lot of mothers of children do things that they don't want.
A lot of children do things.
Yeah,
right.
There's many, I mean, she's my child, but I mean, she's an adult woman now. It's her life, you know. And she has to choose what she wants to do. I mean, there's many other situations that could be lots worse than what she is doing. And I guess as a mother right now, I do a lot of rationalizing, you know, with this situation. But I am proud of her. I love her with all my heart.
Lisa, would you ever get into the X-rated film business?
No way.
Why not?
I was going to say I could be a porn star. No offense. I'm sorry. But no, it's just like, but see, by being in Penthouse, I learned a lot. I learned never to judge people for what they do. Because at one time in my life, I go, God, how can women do that? But then when I did it, and it was something I wanted to do for a long time, I thought about it, and now how can I ever look at anyone else and say, how can you do that? Because there's people that look at me that couldn't pose in Penthouse, and then there's still things I can't do. I could never. I've been approached to be in those movies, and I could never, ever do it. I'm happily married. I have a wonderful husband. I'm monogamous, and I stay at home with him.
Now, Nina Hartley is also happily married. Hi.
Hi.
Dave, how you doing?
Hi
Husband
there.
Dave. They have an unusual relationship. Dave actually has two women in his house, Nina, his wife, and Bobby is the other lady's name, isn't it, Dave? Right.
That's right.
But Dave, you watch as your wife, a very popular porn star, makes these movies, or you certainly see the movies, or you certainly know she's in the business. How do you react?
Well, I'm very proud of her because she's doing what she likes. She's doing something that's always been a fantasy to her, and is able to live this out in a very safe and respectful way.
You don't think she's
she calls the
tainted
shots.
by the fact that she's involved with all these other guys, these strangers, people she never saw before or met before she got into the film?
No, quite the contrary. Because of our attitude before going into the film business, and that we saw sex as something that can exist outside of romance, that love and romance are very sophisticated and complex issues, go way beyond sex, but that sex is a very fun way. We consider it adult play. So the idea of her being tainted by it because for some reason she was doing something degrading never enters into our life. It's more of a situation of, well, she's getting to live out all her fantasies so that there's absolutely no dissatisfaction with the relationship she has with me.
But Dave, she's living out those fantasies with other men.
And women, yes. And the thing is that in an open relationship, whether you do it in front of a camera for the public or whether you do it just in private, doesn't really matter. If you can handle an open relationship and know that your love is secure and honest and above board, we're real sticklers for honesty. We really don't believe in any form of deceit. Therefore, I trust her in every way. And I know she's in love with me.
So you feel then, Nina, that all's fair as long as Dave knows about it?
Well, that's the most important thing, that Dave knows about it. But equally important is that nothing is forced or coerced. I do things on screen only that I'm comfortable with, and so my emotional safety is taken care of. My physical safety certainly is taken care of.
What about your physical health and your husband's? Wait, I don't want you to answer. We've got to take a break. You can ponder it and then answer as soon as we come back.
Okay.
Porn stars, Centerfold girls and their families, our focus. We'll be right back.
Check's the classic taste. Check's the classic crunch. The classic taste that can't be beat. The real taste of corn, rice and wheat. Check's the classic crunch.
Chex cereals let the milk burst through and the crunchy taste stay in.
Check's the classic crunch.
Jimmy! It's Jimmy! Happy birthday, buddy! Sounds like you're in the next row.
With 30 free minutes from U.S. Sprint,
Happy birthday, Jimmy!
you can afford to talk to more relatives
Just like he's in the next room.
than ever before.
Happy birthday, Jimmy!
Tell him we had asparagus. He loves asparagus.
Happy birthday, Jimmy! Okay, everybody, we're gonna sing happy birthday.
Ready? Set.
To get your 30 minutes of free long distance, pick up the phone right now. Call U.S. Sprint and switch.
Geraldo. We'll be back in a moment.
This place never changes.
Remember the first summer we spent here?
How could I forget? You bought me a hot pink two-piece. Dad almost died.
That's right. I didn't think he was going to let you out of the house.
I wasn't so sure you were either.
Me?
A year ago, this conversation would have been difficult for Genevieve Adams and her daughter. Difficult because Genevieve suffers from nerve deafness, a common form of hearing loss.
As soon as the sun was up, I'd take off down the beach. I covered a lot of ground that summer, didn't I?
Yeah, every day you'd go clear out to the point, looking for more of those silly seashells.
Fortunately, Genevieve discovered Miracle Ear, a tiny, practically unnoticeable hearing aid that was customized for her condition.
Mom, I gotta tell you something.
What?
I wasn't really looking for seashells.
No, you weren't really looking for seashells.
What do you mean, you knew?
Sure I knew. You were looking for Tommy, what's his name?
If you or someone you know has a hearing problem, if you can hear but can't always understand the words, call Miracle Ear. Call now for this free booklet that explains hearing loss and tells you how to spot the symptoms. You'll learn how thousands have been able to hear clearly again thanks to technological advances from Miracle Ear. And we'll even tell you how to get a free demonstration. Call Miracle Ear now and receive it all at no cost and no obligation.
So you knew about Tommy all the time?
Yep.
You don't miss a thing, do you?
Not when it's wearing hot pink, I don't.
For your free booklet, call Miracle Ear now. Genevieve Adams did. And for her, life is sounding a whole lot better now.
Before I get back to Nina and Dave out in San Francisco on the health issue, I'd just like to ask Ron Jeremy's sister Lynn, why, if she is so supportive of her brother, her loving brother, you have asked to be anonymous today.
I asked for it also.
You did? Well, Ron, let me ask your sister first. I'll be right back to you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not surprised at the question. I expected it and anticipated it. I'm part of corporate America. And although my family, my friends, they know Ronnie, they know what he does for a living, and they think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But some of the people that I work with and for, and some of the people that we do business with outside of the company, I don't know what their personal beliefs are. I don't know what their religious beliefs are. And I can't jeopardize my working relationship with them or with my company by appearing publicly and letting everybody know what my brother does. I just couldn't jeopardize them changing their opinion of me for some reason, because I couldn't possibly predict what their personal feelings are.
So you are not personally embarrassed by what your brother does?
Not at all.
And your friends think it's pretty cool?
Oh, my friends think it's great. They all want his autograph. My neighbors come running down the street whenever he comes to visit us. They just think it's the greatest thing since white bread. I'm telling you the truth.
Have they seen his films?
A lot of them, sure. Everybody, owns a VCR these days. Everybody has a membership to some video club, and
have you seen his films?
Yes, I have. Mostly in as screenings in legitimate screening.
So what do you say? There goes my little brother.
Now I couldn't say it exactly that way. Now could I?
You got a tough family.
But what about your parents? Aren't they embarrassed?
My dad feels pretty much the same way Lynn does. Is that he knows I've made a very good effort to get into regular movies as well. And as you know, I've done quite a few. So I used adult films as a stepping stone to get into the union and get regular work out of. And I've always enjoyed it. And he's gotten a kick out of men at work saying, I just saw your son, and I give them photographs to give to them. And he's gotten a kick out of being with me in public places when people come up to me and ask for an autograph. And so he at first he was a little skeptical, but now he gets a real kick out of it. And plus, he's a firm believer that there's nothing wrong with sex. His own words are, in fact, he said over the phone to some of your people that they discovered pornography material in the desks of Thomas Edison, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. Also, he'd feel worse if his son was a surgeon who had a big scandal on surgeons who were performing unnecessary operations for money. He said he'd rather me do what I do for a living because it's honest than someone who makes money hurting other people.
What about Mom?
Mom passed away. But we believe she probably would have accepted it. I've asked my dad that.
It was before you got into
Yeah, pretty much so. But she understood most about my life. In fact, when I used to go hang gliding, she'd come watch me on a hill, hang glide. She'd say, that's my nutty son at it again. So she understood me pretty well.
You said that it was honest. A few years ago, Linda Lovelace came out with a book saying that she had people pointing a gun to her head, making her do what she did. Is there any of that you see, organized crime and the like?
It ever happened to you before?
Absolutely not. I read Ordeal, and basically what she was saying was that her husband was the one that was forcing her to do things. Now, she got out of the business long before I ever got in it, so I really cannot intelligently comment on what was going on in the business as a whole at that particular point in time. But if you read the book carefully, you will notice that the people she points a finger at are basically her husband and not people involved in the business itself. I have never been forced. If this is organized crime, it's, first of all, they don't wear name tags, and secondly, it's fairly disorganized. I think it's kind of ironic that you can own a whole bunch of X-rated movies or movie houses and be termed organized crime, whereas if you own a whole bunch of laundromats, you're not organized crime, yet nobody can count those quarters going into the laundromat machines nearly as well as they keep track of the quarters going into the peep show machines. I've never had any coercion or force.
She said she had a gun held to her head. She claimed she had bruises on her body for getting beaten up. The makeup artist had to cover her bruises. Harry Reams went on the talk show and said there was no makeup artist, and she went... So her book has been pretty much accepted as a lie. That's a fact.
At least by the porn industry.
By a lot of people, not just the porn industry.
A lot of people who
regular
worked
film
with her
critics
said that they didn't notice any of that stuff going on. As a matter of fact, they can even remember when Chuck wasn't even, I'm sorry, her husband wasn't even present on the set. And I don't know, I watched
She did kinkier things than any of us would do. She's done some very strange things.
Yes, and also at the end of their book, after she divorced from Chuck, she says on her own, at the very end of the book, Ordeal, I went on my own and made 3 more movies after I left my husband.
She did a regular movie called Linda Lovelace for President, which didn't do very well. She also wrote a book how much she liked the business. That book didn't sell. When she hates the business, that book sold. Okay? You figure it out.
I'd like to know whether or not you experience orgasms when you're having sex in these movies with these other men.
Yes.
Okay, but how does
We have no
How
choice.
feel about you having an orgasm with somebody else?
How does who feel?
Your
Oh,
spouse, her
yeah.
spouse, or your
John,
spouse.
orgasm is a completely physiological function. It has nothing to do with love. It doesn't have to do with telling each other childhood memories, being with someone when they've got PMS or when they're drunk or spending the rest of your life with someone.
Do you enjoy having an orgasm with somebody else?
Yes,
other
I
than your
do.
husband?
She enjoys
but I'm
having
not that much
orgasms
of
by
a shout-
herself.
Yes, I enjoy orgasms, period. But that doesn't mean that just because I enjoy an orgasm with someone in bed does not mean that I want to live with them for the rest of my life.
Nina,
I'm not
same
that
question.
shallow of a person.
Same question.
Hypatia answered it quite well. Orgasms are purely physiological. They're very enjoyable. They release a lot of tension. They're great for cramps. They help cure headaches.
They release oxytocin in the brain.
Now, if the emotional component is there when I'm with my husband, that is an added satisfaction to the orgasm. But orgasm in and of itself is not an emotional thing.
There's a thing called making love and recreational sex, which has...
We'll ponder that after this break.
Bad colds hit hard. For throbbing, aching, feverish colds like this, you need strong medicine. You need Dimetap Plus, the proven cold relief of Dimetap, plus a non-aspirin pain reliever. So next time a really painful cold hits, hit back. With Dimetap Plus, you'll be back in the fast lane in no time. Dimetap Plus, good advice for the worst colds.
You know, for some time, Montgomery Ward's been reducing prices on 10,000 items all over the store. Well, here at Auto Express, I can come in here every day and get these great low prices on all the top brand names. Michelin, Bridgestone, Firestone, BF Goodrich, General, installed in 59 minutes or less. Plus, if you find a lower advertised price somewhere else, Montgomery Ward will match it. So why shop anywhere else? Auto Express. Whoa, at Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward, the brand name saving store.
Well, it's about time. You never kept me waiting when you were kids.
There's an animal in the kitchen.
Hey, Sugar Bear!
Baron bowls and a super golden crisp cereal.
Oh, this stuff reminds me of the best years of my life.
Excuse me?
Oh, got my sports page?
New York beat L.A., but nothing beats my honey sweet wheat.
You remember that song you used to sing?
I can't get enough of super golden crisp.
Don't quit your day job.
Breakfast is still better with the bear.
Oh, how do you do that?
Why I like stovetop instead. I used to make my husband potatoes every night. And then one day he said he'd be missing supper because he had to work late. I thought, that's strange for a milkman. So next night, I made stovetop stuffing. And when he tasted those breadcrumbs and spices, he said, Marty, let's have dessert in the gazebo tonight. Well, that was lots of kids and grandkids ago. Do I still make stovetop? You bet your gazebo I do.
Stovetop instead.
Porn stars, Centerfold girls, and their families are our focus. Your question.
Hypatia, you said you were making a statement with this. Could you talk more about that?
Well, my basic philosophy through my life and what I would like to give as an example to other victims, or what I like to term survivors, is a much better term, is that you can overcome any violence, and especially sexual violence that has happened to you.
But is that the way to
Regain your
overcome it?
sexuality back. It's the way for me.
You don't do any of this stuff. You're a non-contact sexual performer.
Yes.
How do you react when you hear these things? Are you scandalized, or is
Well,
it just, do you
I
understand?
can't, I have to agree with one thing she said. You can't change the world, okay? And what they're doing is what they choose to do, just like what I do is what I choose to do. And obviously there's a need for it, or people wouldn't be going and renting that many videos. But I don't agree with it, but I don't rent the videos, but that's their position.
I wonder where the respect is, if there is any left among any of you for each other. You for your daughter, you for your wife.
We respect each other quite a bit. If you don't respect us, that's okay. That's your right not to do so. We may not respect you for your beliefs. Right now, I have no reason not to respect you because I don't understand your beliefs.
You usually don't lose. You only lose respect for someone usually if they have hurt you personally, or if they have taken money from you or stole from you.
My husband respects me enough to allow me to do what I decide is right for me in my life.
Love doesn't come from actions as far as what we're doing in our lifestyles. Love comes from something where they care enough to understand that no matter what we do,
Do you still respect your daughter,
family.
Shirley Sue?
Pardon?
Still respect your daughter?
How I have respect for her?
Yes, I do. I love her and I have respect for her. Yet I may not agree with what she does, you know, but I still love her.
She may not respect what I did in that aspect, but she can't disagree with the way I have a marriage, or I have
act from the person.
She has everything separated.
I'd like to know how much a top porno star could make and how much money could be made in the business, even the ones who just start getting into the business.
Well,
You want a job?
it depends.
Just curious.
Okay, Ron, you're a director. How much?
They vary. So again, someone like Hypatia had a certain deal worked out with certain companies, so her rate was a flat rate per year. It could be anywhere from a couple...
Personal appearances, phone sex,
a day and a video.
What else do you do, Hypatia?
Phone sex, magazine articles, layouts. I write an article for every month for a magazine. I do the personal appearances, the nude dancing, much like she does. Sign autographs at bookstores.
So you're like a
that.
multinational sex corporation.
Well, I'm diversified. You know, you never get bored that way. If you do everything together and you work very hard, you can make anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 a year.
I guess I kind of
Women can make more than men too, generally.
Far more.
Women make more money than men, a lot more.
Lisa.
I know nude entertainers that don't have sex at all, and all they do is show their body and make that much.
Yeah.
Sure.
So.
$100,000 to $200,000 a year?
Yes.
I guess I kind of like to direct this out to Ron. I mean, John Holmes has died recently of AIDS. You said you've had sex with well over 600 women. I mean, do you like test them, give them a drug test before they come down to you? I mean, what's the process? Just like hop in the sack or?
It's a good question. They usually ask us on shows. People are generally tested in the business, number one. Number two is we know each other pretty well. When you say sex with strangers, we all know each other fairly well. We know who we've been with. We know like I know what she does besides, you know, off camera.
We have the right to say who we're going to work with.
John Holmes did gay films and did some very serious drugs. We don't. Two is another fact is the fact that Dr. Joseph Sanabend and Dr. Gallo are two experts in the AIDS, and they both said that there's almost no case in America of a man getting AIDS from a woman. They don't believe there could be a transmission in that direction. And the way the virus works...
No, come on, that's bull. Yes,
that's
not true. That's not true.
They know of
I've done too many AIDS stories, please.
From female to male transmission heterosexually, they know very few cases in America.
That's why people are so worried about female prostitutes and their high HIV positive rate in this country.
When they interviewed a lot of
because
those...
they're giving it to the Johns who take it home to suburbia.
But how come 95% of those Johns admitted to bisexual
That's right.
sex?
When they were re-interviewed, they admitted they had bisexual sex. They didn't want to say it publicly.
You were talking about orgasms
CDC
before.
said they're not.
Oh, let me go back to Nina and David in San Francisco. You're talking about having orgasms and enjoying it because it's this purely physiological thing. And yes, you do in fact have these things. But bodily fluids is exactly how AIDS is transmitted. Now, Nina, aren't you worried when you have strange men having an orgasm inside your body?
They don't ever have an orgasm. Geraldo, you must never have seen a movie.
Really?
Because they never ejaculate.
I saw Bambi just the other week, Nina. What are you talking about?
No.
I got to take a break. I'll be right back, and then you can answer. We'll be back.
Hello, I'm Rod Daniels.
And I'm Rudy Miller. Here's what's ahead today, live at 5. What is happening with our weather tonight? Norm Lewis will have the latest on the winter precipitation.
President Reagan has sent his final budget to Congress. We'll find out what our local congresspeople think of the $1 trillion plan.
A state legislative task force has made some decisions about the Patuxent Institution's parole policies. We'll have more on that.
And new hope for people with arthritis.
All of this and Vince Bagley with sports today, live at 5.
Superfresh has meaty savings on all meat SK Franks, only 99 cents for a 1-pound package. Get Angel Soft bathroom tissue at a heavenly price, 99 cents each 4-roll pack, assorted colors. For really big savings, get Mr. Big towels, only $1.89 for a big 3-roll pack. And get American Express money orders, 59 cents each.
Come share the proud new feeling at Superfresh.
Get your body on everyone's most wanted list. Get over to the One Health Club chain that's been building bodies for over 26 years. The new Holiday Fitness Center in Baltimore.
You know, for some time, Montgomery Ward's been rolling back prices on 10,000 items all over the store. Well, here at Electric Avenue, they've reduced prices on top brand names permanently. Sony, Panasonic, RCA, Maytag, GE, Frigidaire. Plus, they'll match any other store's advertised sale prices. So why shop anywhere else? Electric Avenue at Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward, the Brendan Savings Store.
The Reverend John Durienzo, okay, is an ordained minister with the Living Word Christian Center here in New York, Roy Mansfield. Sitting alongside him there is the youth director of the Manhattan Bible Church. Stand up, guys. Stand up. Good to meet you. Good to meet you too. Thanks for being on the program. Okay, what do you fellas think about? Maybe we should sit down so they could shoot over you. Sorry. What do you think about what you've heard? Their point is that this is a free country, and people should be free to do whatever they want to do as long as they don't hurt other people.
They're really giving people a wrong impression. I'm really concerned for children, especially children that may be watching this show, and just want to warn them, warn the people that are watching. You could sugarcoat anything. You can make poison taste good. Come on, Jim Jones did that, right? And that's what they're doing. Pornography is poison. It's poison for the soul. So you've got beautiful bodies. You've got beautiful bodies, okay? God made those bodies. You didn't make it. You're a steward over that body. You're a steward over the body. You're responsible for that body. You don't have a right to do just whatever you want. You have a license, just like you have a car license. You don't have a right to cross the double line without getting a ticket.
God gave us the body.
That's your religion, not mine, and there is a freedom of religion in this country. I do not have to believe the way you believe.
This is not religion. This is common sense, can you see? It's religious.
Rape existed before X-rated movies and pictures and cameras.
What you're talking about is religion. It's New Age religion.
Can I ask you one question?
Anybody can do what they want. They're a god to themselves.
No,
That's
we're not
religion.
New Age. Ours is Native American. Seriously, a very innocent question. Really. I want to ask you an innocent question. When I was 14 and I confessed to the Baptist preacher what had happened in Florida when my stepfather raped me, he asked for my forgiveness and told me it was my fault. That's very wrong, and I don't believe any of that crap. So I do not think that your religion is basically what I am interested in believing in.
I love you all, by the way.
There's freedom of religion in this country.
I love you all. God loves you. Let me say something. You've got a broken heart.
I did not come here to discuss religion. I came here to discuss my
Listen, you've got a broken heart. God can heal that heart. You've been filling it with the love of other men.
I'm of Native American descent. I am of Native American descent, and I am a member of the Native American Church, and my mother goddess has healed my heart. I am very healed right now. That's why I'm able to experience orgasm again.
John.
I'm right. John, what?
What do I say is poison? Well, God created your body. Do you admit that?
No. No, I don't.
All right, well, most of America admits that God created it.
Well, in this country, there are freedom of religion, and so it doesn't matter how many Americans agree with that or not.
Right. All right. You defile your body with the things that you do when you expose your body to other men.
That is not my opinion at all.
Can you have sex or you can't?
I have a wife, and we do have sex.
So how do we
Sex is beautiful. You're not going to get me to say that it isn't beautiful.
Within matrimony.
But it's beautiful. The Bible says in marriage, the marriage bed is undefiled.
But that's your religion.
It says all other adulterers will be judged. Are you saying that you have to be married to enjoy sex?
That's your religion.
You have to be married to enjoy sex?
It's not
If that's the case, then half this audience is also sinful.
What do you say, Roy?
They're learning.
Well, I work.
Hey, that's your religion. That's not everyone else's.
I work with about 150, 200 young people. In fact, tonight in our church we'll have 150, 200 young people. And every week I deal with young people. You said, I believe a little while ago, that sex isn't important. I want you to tell that to the 8th and 9th graders that I left an hour ago who spend their... May I finish?
Certainly. I'm not saying a word.
They deal with pornography. I dealt with a young man 2 days ago who is deep into pornography, watching some of the films that you produce, watching probably some of the things that you are photographed in, and he was so controlled and obsessed by his thoughts about masturbation, about
how old is he?
Excuse me?
Are you talking about a young person?
Yeah, this young person is 17.
He's not supposed to watch it.
Okay, so well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, okay? I also have young people who deal with drugs, okay? I have young people that come in and are on drugs, okay? Now, very normal.
Nice comparison.
If you let me finish, I'll be glad to tell you. Okay, I don't come in and say, hey, it's all your parents' fault. Don't you think that the person that produces the thing that hurts a person has a little something to do with it? Do I say, hey, the drug people are wonderful, it's the parents' fault?
No, we don't say that. So you're saying that we shouldn't make adult material for adults because kids might watch it?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
What? No. Wait, where you going, Dave?
Alcohol.
Dave, where you going?
I'm leaving because you're not talking about what I was told this show was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Geraldo.
It's not supposed to be about religion, in other words, to the point.
I don't know. Let's take a break. I have to recover. Take a break.
And what do you tell us?
For free tickets to Geraldo, please write Geraldo, Times Square Station, Post Office Box 684, New York, New York, 10108. Please send a self-addressed stamped envelope or call 212-265-1283.
I came so close to missing a great party tonight. You know how it is when you've got cramps. But this time I took something that's different from aspirin or a Tylenol. I took Advil. My doctor told me about it. He said that the same medicine doctors have prescribed in Motrin is in Advil in non-prescription strength. And doctors recommend Advil for menstrual pain more than all other non-prescription pain relievers combined. It sure helped me enjoy a great party. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Who makes microwave pancakes so fluffy and light? Pancakes so extraordinary could only be from Pillsbury. We make our pancakes with flair. These are lighter than air.
So light and fluffy.
Why they're puffy? How can it be? 'Cause they're from me. So fluffy and light. Here, have another bite. Light, light, loving from the oven.
For transcripts, please send $3 to Journal Graphics, Geraldo Transcripts, 267 Broadway, New York, New York, 10007. Or call 212-227.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey there! It's me, Richard Simmons! Listen, are you sick and tired of boring look-alike exercise videos with synthesized elevator music and a lineup of leotard-clad Stepford wives? Well, if you are, honey, have I got the cure for you! This is my brand new aerobic workout tape, Sweatin' to the Oldies. And if you don't like having fun, well, you best not come in here! Whoa! Sweatin' to the Oldies is pure enjoyment. You won't hear any wall-to-wall instructional chatter on this tape, but you will hear all of my favorite heart-thumping tunes from the 50s and 60s. If you're trying to lose weight and you want to keep your heart in great shape, just try sweating to these classics. I made this tape with everyone in mind, for you beginners out there to those of you who are already in great shape. So if you're looking for a lively, entertaining, stimulating, humorous, colorful, frolicking, playful, inspiring, safe, low-impact workout that's full of kicks, thrills, gusto, fervor, passion, fury, bustle, and action, you don't have to look any further. This is it. Wow! So come on, what are you waiting for? Come join the party!
At just $39.95, Sweatin' to the Oldies is the hottest selling workout tape in America. It's not sold or rented in any store, so you must call this toll-free number to order your copy. 1-800-535-4600. That's 1-800-535-4600. From Ain't No Mountain High Enough to Beyond the Sea, Sweatin' to the Oldies is jam-packed with 45 minutes of your favorite 50s and 60s hits. So call 1-800-535-4600.
Welcome back, where our focus has been porn stars and Centerfold girls and their families. The heated discussion between the clergyman in the front row and our stars here has continued through the commercial break. Poor Shirley Ann is shaking her head. Her daughter says she's being pulled in every direction. Dave, as you can see, has returned, I'm glad to say. All right, Dave, glad you're back.
Yes.
Deal with this health issue. Deal with the most obvious, paramount concern that should be on the minds of all of you.
I would like to deal with the health issue and the issue of respect.
Deal with
all right. Both of them are intertwined.
All right, let's deal first.
Nina's a registered nurse. I'm an educated person. My mother was a registered nurse. We basically understand the transmission of the AIDS virus. She takes many precautions, many ones, that
like
eliminate...
what could you do? You're making
Number
love to a... All right,
Geraldo, be quiet, please, Geraldo, for a minute.
All right.
We don't exchange bodily fluids.
Put me in my place. All right, I'm quiet.
We don't exchange bodily fluids at will. We don't do that. We don't have sex in an irresponsible way with strangers.
Right.
That is something we don't do. And as far as the question before about how do we respect each other, I'll tell you, if anybody shows any disrespect to my wife, I'll show you how much I respect her. I'm serious. I respect her as much as any man can respect his wife. Period. And I challenge anybody on that. And that really greatly offends me. Even the question. Go ahead.
Going back to the health issue.
Go ahead,
there's never any internal ejaculation on the part of the man. If you watch one movie, you can see the normal way in which we do these things. Secondly,
let me back up. I have to challenge you on that. And then we'll deal one at a time. No internal ejaculation. That's exactly how teenagers do birth control.
We're not talking about birth control.
I won't inside you.
Right. We're
and we know that there's a million
Geraldo.
teenage pregnancies a year.
Geraldo, we do not do external ejaculation for birth control. We do it partly for the movies, and as it turns out, it does help with disease transmission. We also use something called the Today sponge, which the active ingredient is non-oxynol 9, something that's been shown to be harmful to the AIDS virus. There's very little exchange of bodily fluids, actually, if you actually look at a movie. I do not tell unexperienced boys to use withdrawal as a birth control method. I don't tell anyone to use withdrawal as a birth control method. Talk to Ryan Dearman. He's a professional. These men do not slip up. Their jobs depend on being able to have that kind of control.
You don't slip.
You don't slip. You're out of a job.
They'll go, oh, sorry.
So no.
David, I got to come back to you on the respect issue.
Please do.
You say you resent the question itself. And I can see how sincerely you're getting, passionate about it. You're getting angry. But can't you see how an ordinary, normal, reasonable person can say, yes, you love your wife, but how isn't it evidence of a lack of respect that you let her go with other men?
No, I can't. I can't understand that question at all. You can ask me, how do we respect each other? What manners do we use in respect? What format does it take? But to question my love and respect for my wife, I don't hear anybody else do that to each other unless you're talking about somebody in this industry. I don't hear that talked about with mafia people or the me-sleaze people that are going to jail. Do they question their wives'
my wife a lot more than I respected my first wife.
That's why I resented the question.
There's the word let. I'm not his property. He doesn't have the right to tell me what I can and can't do. He doesn't let me do anything. I have to trust him. Of course he can leave me, and I'll do it anyway. It's marriage and the commitment.
She's my best friend.
Commitment is about equal monogamy.
She's my best
And we're supposed to be best friends. Oh, boy.
Isn't it?
She is your income.
It's a personal. I can make plenty of money without my wife.
You're preaching.
It's a personal thing.
You direct her film.
I'm getting out of the front row. It's too hot here. All right, come back here. Come back here.
It's not equal.
Let's get some cool.
Geraldo.
Yeah, Sam.
Geraldo.
How do you treat the person on a day-to-day basis?
I'm a friend of hers, and I don't tell them how to be married. I don't tell them how to be married. You have a right to tell them how they should run their marriage. Run your own. I respect it. Good.
I'm not telling them
That's
how
it.
to run their marriage. I'm asking them
Thank you,
what kind of marriage commitment.
We have one that makes us very happy. Are you happy?
More than the physical body, it has to do with the heart and soul.
Just because you can't relate to it doesn't make
As
it
long as
alien.
they're happy.
We were married long before we started making X-rated films, sir.
Hold it, everyone, hold it. Questions?
This is for the husbands, both in L.A. and you. San Francisco. Your wives are having sex with different men. I was wondering if you get to have sex with different partners besides your wife. Do you?
Mine does.
You condone it?
I love it. I love watching him with other women.
My husband is also
In your opinion.
Nina, I'm not sure that remark was guaranteed to win you greater popularity with this audience. But maybe you want to explain it. Matter of fact, the crowd is getting downright hostile.
Oh, they're getting rowdy.
Wait, John, get a shot of the lady in the corner.
They got a cheerleader over here that you hired, though.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Whose research developed new technology to make cough medicine more effective? Whose research created a new and better flu vaccine? Whose research is leading the way toward a cure for the common cold? Same company you've depended on to relieve your sniffles, sneezes, sore throats, and coughs. From research to relief. Vicks.
Most people see more than one doctor,
which could result in conflicting medications. That's why we offer Giant Profile.
Can you fill this for us, please?
Now, Janet's been taking the drug Theodore for asthma. She forgot to tell her internist when he prescribed Tagamet for ulcers. Giant Profile helped avoid a potentially dangerous interaction. After calling both doctors, the prescription was changed.
Thank you.
That's what Giant Profile is all about.
Let's go.
Safety and reliability you can trust at Giant Discount Drug.
Diet Pepsi.
Hi.
The taste that's generations ahead. Because of us, the most important parts of Baltimore get the attention they deserve. The people. For over 100 years, we've provided the best possible care, trained some of the most skilled doctors, and attracted the city's most dedicated nurses. Mercy Medical Center. It's hard to imagine Baltimore without Mercy.
Why were you were getting so emotionally involved? What was the matter?
I want to know, how can they say that what they do does not affect other people, and they have that beautiful little boy and can say when he gets older, he's not going to be hurt by this?
Well, first of all, sex is a normal, natural function, and being of Native American descent,
Wait, don't bring that into it again. What about the kid? What about
I'm going to get to that. If you listen to Native American traditions and how people were raised, have you ever heard of a longhouse? Never. It's where extended families all lived in one house together. You think they abstained from sex when they were there? What about a teepee? Where do you think the children were? They were right there. Rape was non-existent until the white people got here.
Okay, wait. I promised Shirley Ann the last word. Shirley Sue, I'm sorry. Now, Lisa, is not into the pornography movie business. She poses nude in Penthouse and does nude dancing. But what do you want to say? Quick, you got 20 seconds.
Oh, I just wanted to read this. There's another part to Lisa. It's long, but I'll just read a short part of it. Though you may not always understand my actions or my deeds, please know in your heart and soul that you, dearest mother, are important to me. Regardless of the path I walk, I will always...
Services have been furnished to the Geraldo Show in exchange for these announcements. Hotel accommodations in New York City provided by the Omni Park Central in mid-Manhattan near Carnegie Hall, Central Park, and Broadway theaters. Call 800 the Omni or 212-484-3300.
Okay, Sue. I will always respect your judgment, though I may not always accept it as my own.
We got to go. Thank you all. Thank you. See you next time, folks. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you all.